which I've not Joey Zukran is going to talk to us in a minute. I forgot all about this story because this whole Loblaws bread fixing thing, which goes back now years, I thought we were done, but apparently we're not. And the good news is, if you're one of those people, now I know some people I think have already gotten $25 gift cards because of this, right? But there's more apparently on the way. So we're going to fill you in. Is Joey on the line, by the way? Is he there? Going to fill you in on this because, when it comes to class action lawsuits, we always deal with the king of class. Apparently, Joe, is it okay to call you the king of class action lawsuits?
Many lawyers in Montreal, many of which are competent.
Don't be so humble. Okay, let's fill in the blanks here on this, the bread class action lawsuit, because as I said, I thought we were over and done with this, but what is the deal now?
So you're right to mention that a couple of years ago, back in 2018 or 17, if I'm not mistaken, Loblaws admitted to pleading guilty to participating in a bread price fixing cartel with other retailers and another wholesaler. So the allegations are that they would have participated with Canada Bread as well as other retailers such as Sobeys, so IGA, Metro, Walmart, Giant Tiger. Walmart was the immunity applicant. So they obtained immunity, and the criminal or penal investigations are ongoing. Simultaneously, we filed class actions across Canada for the civil component, which is to get monetary compensation back into the hands of Canadians. And so what happened this week, actually yesterday, was that the settlement was approved by the courts across Canada in May of 2025, in Quebec in July of 2025, and yesterday the claim form went live. So what is the settlement? It's a $500 million settlement. It's the largest price-fixing class action settlement in Canadian history, and it allows for anyone in Canada who's purchased packaged bread from 2001 to 2021 to submit a claim, a very easy process, and will receive a cash but it's Interact payment without any proof of purchase required.
So you can hear, first of all, anybody listening going, wait, I'm sure I bought a loaf of bread in the last 10 years. You don't need to show proof or receipt or any of that to be eligible for this, right?
That's correct. So if you go to the claim form online, which is quebecbreadsettlement.ca, it could literally take you 60 seconds to complete it. It asks for your first name, last name, a couple of security questions, and that you have to check in a few boxes, and your claim will be submitted, and the payments should go out in early 2026.
Now, I thought I read yesterday that it was $100 conceivably, depending, that you could get. Now, if you've already gotten $25 as a gift card, they would take that off the settlement. Is that accurate?
So the payment, yes. So both are accurate because you use the word conceivably. So the total payments will depend on the number of claims. So one of these scenarios, there are several scenarios, but depending on how many people claim or don't claim or eligible claims, it could be anywhere from a few dollars to $100 or even more. So often in class actions, there's money that's left in the pot, and we make great efforts to distribute them. So we're encouraging people to claim. It's you could have as many adults per household. So if you have 5 adults in your house, you can get it could be real money coming your way.
That's
and
crazy.
The answer to your other part of your question is those who receive the $25 Loblaws gift card are still eligible. The only difference is that their compensation will be deducted by $25. So to give you an example, you received the $25 gift card, but Elias Makos didn't because he doesn't fill those things out. Sorry, Elias. I said Elias. Elias didn't. Then the payment comes out to $50. So he would get $50 and you would get $25. But both of you would still be getting money.
I love the fact that if you have a large family or, I don't know, just a bunch of people in your house, each one of you can actually get money. So it's not per address. It's just for how many people you put as your address, right?
Or how many people exactly? It's how many people that it's whoever submits a claim. It's per claim. You have one claimant per. Each person can claim one. So if you're a family of 5, as I mentioned, you can
do it
have
5 times, right?
So I apologize to all my friends and family listening who I spammed text and WhatsApp message yesterday with the claim form. But I really hope that everybody claims because, again, as I mentioned, sometimes in these type of cases, there's millions of dollars left over. And people go, why didn't you tell me? So now we've told you. We're going across the new radios or TV to let everyone know that you have until December 12th to claim, but do it as soon as possible so that you're in the system.
So first in, first out type of thing. If there's too many claims, if you claim last, then you're not going to get the money.
No, not at all. So what happens is at the end of the claims process, the claims administrator, who's a company called Concilia Services, so your Interac e-transfers will come from them. If you see that payment coming in, it's a legitimate email and payment. So they'll compile all the total claims that are approved, obviously after vetting them for fraud and using other methods to make sure that the claimants are eligible, and then they'll divide.
Well, hold on. You just said anyone could claim. So how do you check something for fraud?
No. For fraud. But what I mean by fraud is sometimes we'll get, we'll see. I'm just giving an example from another case where you'll see a spike at 3 a.m. of 20,000 claims with the domain abcusa.com.
Okay, got it.
Obviously, those 20,000 claims won't be processed.
Got it.
So we get a daily report of the number of claims. But the reality ends up being a little less because they clean out all the fraud.
Okay. You mentioned, by the way, the settlement was $500 million. I thought I read that in Quebec, the Quebec portion is about $89 million. Is that right?
So a little more. So the Quebec portion is 22%, so it works out to $110 million.
$110 million. And you're going to get a couple of bucks, too, as the legal firm involved, right?
The legal fees are requested by the court. They haven't been decided yet, but yes.
The court will decide how much you get, right?
Correct.
Okay. I just went online as you were speaking, quebecbreadsettlement.ca. It's there. It says Quebec Package Bread Class Action Settlement. That's where you go to fill out the form. And hey, $25, whatever you get, that's free money, no proof of anything, or that you ever even bought a loaf of bread. It kind of seems crazy, but there it is.
Well, yeah, no. The idea. Hold on, pause.
Yes.
You have to declare that you purchase a packaged bread from any of the defendants.
Yeah.
So what I don't want is people who've never purchased packaged bread. That would be an example of real fraud.
Yeah.
So
it would.
Nobody's gonna.
Yeah, it would. Except anyone can say they bought a loaf of bread. With all due respect, Joey, right?
Of course, and we hope that when people are filling out forms that are subject to court oversight, that they're telling the truth.
Of course you do.
Everybody's presumed to be in good faith there.
Yeah, of course, Joey. By the way, what I love most on this site that I'm seeing, there's actually a countdown clock on the site, right?
I like
91 days, 13 hours, 45 minutes, 19 seconds, 18 seconds. So that tells you how long you have to file your claim. Yeah. I think this is great. Hey, Joey, thank you.
Yeah, it with the New Year's, so we would have known.
There you go. You said what's the date? You said December 12th is the deadline, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Joey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. There you go. Free money from that bread fixing scandal for anybody who wants to go online and fill it out. And obviously, in the spirit of honesty, you should have bought a loaf of bread at some point at any one of these people involved. I'm trying to think. You wouldn't know when I'm not a big bread buyer. I can't even remember the last time I bought a loaf, like an actual loaf of white bread in the store. Because if I brought that home, my wife would kill me. But I think at some point I probably bought a loaf, maybe whole wheat or raisin or something, within the last 7 years. So go on the site. Hey, if you can get $25 or whatever, it might even be more, as he said, depending, right? Check it out, quebecbreadsettlement.ca. It's online now.